Hey guys, my name is FunPuro. In this video, I want to talk about an item that is very powerful, yet almost no one buys it. This item has a global pick rate of 0.7%, and this item is Knight's Vow. I think that most people believe that this item falls under the support itemization category for the reason that it's very cheap and supports the team, which is true. But why is it rarely seen built by other roles? Why is the fact that this item being in the support item category causes people to shy away from such a powerful item? In this video, I'm going to talk about the stats to show you how powerful the item really is. The item costs a mere 2300 gold, and in terms of its base stats, it gives you 10 ability haste, 400 health, and 200% base health regeneration. 400 health is more HP and base stats than some other tank items like Thornmail or Force of Nature. Obviously, these other items mentioned give resistances which contribute to effective HP. The 200% base health regeneration, however, will allow you to regenerate any damage twice the rate that you would normally do. Now let's look at what really makes this item very powerful. First, you can attach it to an ally, and when you do, the item will go on a 60-second cooldown before you can bind it to someone else. The passive of the item says that when you are near the ally that you binded Knight's Vow to, and when you are above 30% of your maximum HP, you can redirect 10% of the post-mitigation, magic, and physical damage your ally takes to you as true damage. At the same time, you can heal for 8% of the damage dealt by your ally. If your ally is below 30% of their maximum HP, the damage reduction is increased to 20%. Another thing to watch for is that only one Knight's Vow can be used on an ally. It doesn't stack on an ally. So let's review this. Every champion has their base armor and magic resist. They can decide to build some or have some in their runes, and there could also be the presence of mountain dragons in the game as well. Let's say you have an Aphelios who's level 13 with 58.85 armor and 35.48 magic resist. This means that Aphelios will take 62.95% of incoming physical damage and 73.81% of incoming magic damage. Now let's say that this Aphelios is 1v2 fighting a Kha'Zix and a Sylas at the same time. Let's say that Kha'Zix does 300 damage and the Sylas does 300 damage as well. This means that Aphelios will take 188.86 physical damage and 221.43 magic damage. Let's say that Aphelios has 1473.6 HP. After all this post-mitigation damage, she will have taken 410.29 damage, and now be at a current HP value of 1063.31 HP. Now if we can count Knight's Vow with an ally, she'll have 41.029 damage further reduced, so her HP will be 1104.34 HP. So while this might seem like a small number for the damage Knight's Vow helped redirect, remember that damage will increase by a lot as the game goes on. Also, every bit of damage that you can reduce off your primary carries will allow them more opportunities to output their damage. Even though their post-mitigation damage they take is dealt to you in true damage, it is reduced by the fact that you will heal for 8% of the damage your allies dish out. Also, the damage taken by the Knight's Vow user also means less than when the primary carry takes it. The person who built Knight's Vow would rather take the damage than a primary carry. For example, you would rather lose a 100 HP on a tank than on a primary carry in many cases. So now let's look into when to buy this item and how to use it to its fullest potential. Usually you can buy this item on some supports. You can also buy this item on tanks or even low economy champions. Maybe your new role in the game is to support your carries. Knight's Vow can help you achieve that support. This item is very cheap, meaning that pretty much any role has the ability to buy it. However, this item may not be an item that you rush, since you'll get more value on Knight's Vow as the game goes on due to the way damage increases over time. It might be better to buy a mythic first, which will provide you more value at the time of the game. Usually Knight's Vow is built as a third item, however, depending on the game that can change. Maybe if you're starved on gold and you just want the most bang for your buck, cheap items like Knight's Vow and Anthemima's Chains can provide incredible value. Say the enemy comp is pretty much only physical damage or only magic damage, then maybe getting more items that prioritize resistance against those damage types might be more useful. One thing to note with this is the stacking of resistances is that there is the existence of diminishing returns. Due to this fact, sometimes getting Knight's Vow might be better than buying some extra resistances. It might be better to help alleviate the damage from your primary carries than be a bit more tanky yourself. In addition, when you go Knight's Vow, it might open up the primary carry to itemize more offensively. For example, they might buy a Lord Dominik's Regards instead of a Bloodthirster. So who should you buy Knight's Vow to? Usually you want to buy Knight's Vow to a champion who's most likely to be your primary carry. Your primary carry are most likely dishing out most of your damage, and it's probably a result of not many resistance purchases, and it's a priority put on damage purchases. This means that they are a lot squishier. Usually you don't want to put Knight's Vow in tanks because 1, they usually stack resistances and mitigate a lot of damage, which will reduce the damage that Knight's Vow redirects. In addition, tanks don't do much damage, so the healing on Knight's Vow will also be less effective. Knight's Vow would be better used on champions who will carry you through fights in the damage category. Knight's Vow will offer extra protection to this carry. This is what makes the item so powerful. It's for one thing very cheap, and provides incredible stats, as well as have incredible power. It allows you to help make your primary carry tankier, without your primary carry having to buy anything. So I hope that this video inspires you to think about Knight's Vow more in your games. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. Also, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.